Let's talk about what's going on, because Original Sin, the book claiming that Democrats covered up President Biden's declining condition, is out today. It's co-written by Jake Tapper, and Joe Biden's granddaughter posted her review ahead of its release, claiming it's all lies, and it relies on unnamed anonymous sources pushing a self-serving false narrative that absolves them of any responsibility for our current national nightmare. The Daily Show's Jon Stewart weighed in about the book last night as well. Take a look.
Don't news people have to tell you what they know when they find it out? Isn't that the difference between news and a secret? Breaking news in a week. The news is selling you a book about news they should have told you was news a year ago for free. It was a terrible cover-up because we all knew.
So, should anonymous sources who talked to Tapper have spoken up about their concerns while he was in office, while he was still in office? And my other question is, why is this important to know now?
Yeah.
Well, that's what some people want to know.
It just seems to me,
Yeah.
you know, we got a lot of stuff to be concerned about at the moment.
So I list them?
Yeah.
So I list them?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
Here's
Yes.
the Trump's atrocities. I'm going to list them for you. Cutting Medicaid.
Yeah.
Well, this is what we're concerned about now.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Cutting
I'll let-
Medicaid, slashing funding for cancer research.
Yep.
Rising prices because of tariffs. Dismantling USAID, which helps children and people who are poor around the world.
Yeah.
Fears of recession, destroying due process, ending birthright citizenship, dismantling the Department of Education, rolling back regulations on air and water quality, destroying our relationships with allies like Canada and the UK, and targeting his political opponents.
Preach.
And that not only that, but he also said that Joe Biden has stage 9 cancer. Oh, really? Where did he come up with that? When is Jake Tapper going to write a book about the cognitive decline of the person who is in charge right now?
I would like to respond to that, because a factor in why we're in the situation we're in is because Joe Biden decided to stay in the race. And I want to speak to Jake Tapper and Alec Thompson specifically, because I'm friends with both of them, colleagues with both of them, and I don't think there is anyone who could credibly accuse, especially Jake Tapper, of not critically covering Donald Trump for the last 10 years. He's one of the top journalists in this country. He moderated that debate, by the way. This is where I take issue with some folks on the left. We stand with journalists, we stand with the free press when they're going after their opponents, like Donald Trump. But when they critically cover Democrats as, oh no, they're lying, it's fairy dust, it's not true.
I just want to point out that was his granddaughter.
And by the way,
talking.
with the family, I take exception. Anyone's going to defend their family. But with political figures who are coming out and attacking these two journalists, how is that pro-democracy? How is it pro-Fourth Estate to say,
wait a second.
oh, but when you come after Democrats,
I saw him the other
suddenly you're a
day, and
liar.
all he's doing is hawking his book on the CNN. And he's flanked by other people, Ryan Stelter and Van Jones, also hawking his book. When did CNN become a place to hawk your book? Is Wolf Blitzer coming out with a cookbook?
But by the way, the reason he didn't publish it at the time to respond to the Jon Stewart of it, people said they weren't willing to talk on the record at the time because of fear of retribution. And I think that speaks to a bigger problem in our government. The people who work for powerful figures feel like they cannot come out with the truth about their concerns, and they have to wait till later.
And honestly,
looking at Naomi Biden calls out Jake Tapper. She says he's a journalist. The book Political Fairy Snob. After former President Biden's granddaughter lashes out against the new book, claiming the Democrat cover up his condition, the View co-host question if this anonymous White House source should have spoken out earlier. Anyway, we see that Naomi, the journalist, went and wrote that President Biden's condition was being hidden by the White House, where he has been sick very long time, but they covered it up. And Naomi came out, she wasn't happy. That's a granddaughter, we all know her, and she was very angry. She just said that man wanted to make money out of the grandfather's name, that everything is fine. Why would they not look at the positive side of the grandfather? Now they were saying all sorts of things. We all know that looking at it, we see that President Biden, he has been sick for a while. We could see that even he was a president, he was shaking. We could see the wife was the one controlling him. Many things when he was still when talking, he was stuttering. And many people could see that. But the final break was that when he went for the debate with President Trump, it was all clear. He could not even speak. And Trump spoke, and Trump really did so great. And everybody saw it was obvious. So they asked him to step down. Even some Democrats also, they asked him to step down. And he said that he will not step down except God come and intervene. He's not going to step down. Nobody can tell him to step down. Looking at everything, at the end, they say they will forcefully make him to step down. Finally, he had to step down and allow Camry to go and to appoint Camry to be the one that will do the to replace like for the election. It was somewhat late because looking at it, I'm not sure America is ready to receive a woman, not only a woman, a black woman, to become the president of the United States. It will happen sometime, I guess, in many millennium to come, but not this one. So looking from that, putting Harris, everybody knew Trump was going to win. So that was a deal breaker. But some people say that President Biden just wanted Trump to win because if he didn't want Trump to win, he could have stepped down long time. And they wanted to put the president in California. If Trump had a Caucasian white person also to compete with, that would have been a strength, but not a woman, not only a woman, a black woman. How can that be possible in such a nation? Obama won as a black man with just the grace of God, even not talk of a black woman. It's a woman, by the way. That's why I see most of the Hispanic voted for Trump, because most of the Hispanic don't want a woman. Although they say Mexico is a woman, but they have that pride. They cannot allow a woman to rule them. They want the man to rule them. So looking at all what President Biden, when people have that pride also, they cannot allow a man to rule. They want the woman to rule. Obviously, what do you think? Can I see your opinion in the comment section? It's Naomi. So the women in the view from just saying that there's no need talking about because they say that, why did the journalist not say when President Biden was on seat? Some of them say that most of the time people in power, the people around them are scared to say what is happening. They wait after the person is no more in power. So they were saying that, why did they not talk about Trump? Trump had a lot of stuff going and everybody was hiding. So if they cannot talk about Trump, they cannot talk about Biden. What do you think about all this? Let me see your opinion in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe and share my video. God bless you.